Hello everybody, Astocky here, and welcome to the next episode of my Let's Play of the Technicality 4-pack. Just experimenting with field of view slider. I normally like about 90, but Minecraft's default is 70, and I think I've kind of got used to it. So, done a little bit of work off camera. The first thing that I've done is I've got set up a little area here, that from that block there in the corner, past here to that block there, and then with this bit laid out in the center here is where my witchery setup is going to be. So I've measured out the size that I needed, and I've basically terraformed all the land to be dead flat. So that means once I put my altar here, everything's going to be just perfect in terms of the size, and I know within those cobblestone blocks is going to be where I want to, build all my plants to power my altar up. So you can see I've got quite a good sugarcane farm going. I've got a little animal farm going here. I don't have a lot of animals yet. I've got sheep, cows, and chickens. There are pigs, but I haven't got any carrots yet to lure them. I've set up a little bit of a farm. I'm kind of mainly just harvesting wheat at the moment so that I can breed the cows. I've done a bit of harvesting on... Where'd that go? Never mind. I've done a little bit of a harvesting on the other things, and I've got that stuff back in my house. Where is it? Oh darn it, we're at night time now. I came down here and I started mining out a little bit of. I'm basically planning on mining out the hole underneath of that 14 by 14 block setup. And I'm going to make it my little witchery setup. But I got a little way into doing it, and bumped into this other kind of cave cavern here, so that's going to make things a little bit easier. I've gone through and cleaned most of it up. Haven't really done a whole lot with it though, but that is going to be my little bit of a setup. So I'll take you over to my, I guess what amounts to my early game house so far. So run over here. So I didn't have enough, well, I don't have any spruce wood and didn't have enough birch wood. I'm going for a little bit of an aesthetic. I'm not really very good at it. Until I get carpenter's block set up, it's going to be kind of a little on the shady side. But I sort of went for a good bit of a window that you can see through, but mobs still can't get through. So I thought that'd be a good way to do it. I haven't put a roof on yet because I was waiting for some spruce wood to be able to put a bit of a darker coloured roof on, just to mix things up a bit. And this, I think I'm going to try cobblestone bricks and see how that works. Now that I have a bit more birch, just want to fix underneath the door there because otherwise that's going to drive me crazy. And probably you guys as well, because it just looks ugly. I do want to change the look of this door to something other than that kind of door. But here I've got all my Britannia flowers I've collected. Over here I've got pretty much everything else except I've got cobblestone, dirt, witchery plants and items, and over here I've got my ores. So this little room here is going to be where I'm going to set up my Ender IO stuff early game to get started. Obviously bedroom, and then here is going to be a bit of a sort of general purpose storage room. So first things I'm going to want to do just to get started is probably, actually before I even do anything, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the change that's happened in the pack, and this is going to be the final beta of the pack before I actually update it to I guess what I'm going to call a release version that's not going to change. I've added Galacticraft. So yeah, so I've added Galacticraft. So Galacticraft by default, it adds tin, it adds aluminium, silicon, and copper. So I've turned off copper and tin spawning because we already have copper and tin in the world. I've also turned off silicon spawning, and I've added a recipe. So you already get Ender IO silicon, and Ender silicon comes from clay or redstone or sand in a sag mill, and that's how you get silicon. And now what I did is I added this recipe that allows you to switch. So if you go to the recipe for that, basically it allows you to one-for-one swap in between the two of them. I thought that'd be a bit easier. So the only new gen ore now is aluminium. I have also gone and done the it's aluminum spelling. So I've added the standard kind of recipe where you get blocks, you get ingots, the dust now. The recipe for the dust is you can use a duster and dust it all up. You can now also use a sag mill, and it's got a chance of giving you a cobblestone the same as everything else. So with that kind of sets it up so that it works just fine with Ender.io, the same as everything else does. I did do something else as well. Yeah, I've added the copper. So if you somehow get a Galacticraft copper ingot, you turn it into a Railcraft block. It then turns back into forestry ingots, or you can turn it into a dust, and the dust will smelt back into a forestry ingot, or you can turn it into nuggets, and the nuggets will turn back into a forestry ingot. So if you ever end up with Galacticraft copper, which you might do if you're mining a distant planet, you can just switch it straight back once you've turned it into something else. So I think that's a pretty good way of doing it. At least that's the way I typically do it. Oh wow, having some real issues getting myself organized here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this cooking up. That'll make me my first bucket, and that'll make me my first iron pick. And while I'm doing that, oh, I need to go kill a cow. So we've got achievements. I mentioned obviously the Minecraft achievements. We've also got the Britannia achievement, so I've already got this one. I now need to get the Lexica Britannia. I got Buildcraft, I need to make a gear. I actually thought there were Galacticraft achievements as well. Turns out there's not. I guess that's okay. Little bit of a shambles. Just want to check, just to see if I can breed some of those cows. Just in case I've got more than 4 cows, I'll just grab a hay bale. Turn it back into wheat just in case. You just never know when your cows are going to be ready to breed. You don't want to go killing them if they're able to be bred. You want to kill baby cow. I mean, you want to kill cows that have just made babies. Like that one. And then we want to have you and you. So you and you make another baby. Beautiful. Do I want to breed any more sheep? I don't think I really want to breed any more sheep. I might breed some chickens though. How you guys doing? Ready? Good. My little seed chest. Got more right? Yep, down there. In hindsight, I built that a little bit too close. Come on. Gotta be another chicken. You? Come on. You must have already done your thing. Nope, they don't want that. Just don't want to have a bar of it. But I have my leather now, and that leather is going to let me make my very first book, and my very first book will be the Lexica Britannia. And then from that point we can start with the Britannia related stuff. I've also noticed there are heaps and heaps and heaps of pods on these trees in here. I don't know, so that is a mana bean, but I don't know what mana beans do. Like, I don't know how to do. Oh, there you go, you plant it. So I don't know anything about planting, harvesting, anything like that for mana beans, so I am going to have to look that up unless someone wants to be really helpful and tell me in the comments how to do it. I don't feel like that worked particularly effectively just then, because that was kind of breaking it and then putting it straight back on the tree, which seems a bit counterintuitive. Saplings. I've turned most of my saplings into these witchery wicker bundles. And then you can Where did I read you could turn them back? Hello? Oh no. I read somewhere I could turn them back. Okay. That might have been a bad thing to do, turn them all into that. Well, I mean, I got plenty of saplings anyway, that's not going to be the world's biggest deal. But that is not what I expected. I have just turned a realistical logical ideologist. Wow. So now the next thing I need to do is make a day bloom in a petal apothecary. So once again, this has changed. Ooh, type to search. It has changed quite a bit. There's now a tutorial that we can start, and it'll run through. Just kind of tells me how things work. Mystical flowers. Ooh, read about the mystical flowers I need to collect. Petal apothecary. Need to make one of these, please. So I need a petal and a bunch of stuff. Let's get said bunch of stuff. I think it's 3, right? Yeah. Let's just get some more cobblestone, because I don't know how much I'm going to need exactly. And then we need a single petal. The ones I think I have the least use for are actually green. I don't know anything that uses green petals, so let's... There we go. So I knew it was something like that. And now I have all this beautiful iron over here. Ooh, just got acquired hardware. Making a bucket. And the next thing I need to do is make a pick. Let's not use our good sprue birchy wood. One by iron pick. Really? One cobblestone short. Always one cobblestone short. Okay. There we have that set up, but petal apothecary, let's just set this up over here. In fact, it's a bit dodgy looking, but I found that in the water tends to be a little bit better. So now we want to... I'm going to get rid of this tree. It's blocking the view of my magical forest, and it's also blocking the area that I had kind of destined to be where I'm going to put all of my things. Raw beef. I'm going to hang on to that for later, because now I'm going to make myself a day bloom, because that's what it says I need to do. Although this is telling me to make a pure daisy first. Wonder what the achievements say for Tanya. Yeah, so it definitely says pure daisy, so let's make that. I've just realised it's night time and I have to run all the way over to my chest that's on the far side to get my seeds back out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly pause the video, go get the seeds, and I'll be back in just a moment. See you soon. Okay, I'm back. So I like to create 2 of these. So let's throw the 4 petals in, throw the seed in, rinse and repeat, and good to go. Now we just need to get this area laid out in a way that fits nicely. Beautiful. So the first thing we're going to want to do is make some living wood. So let's start with a bunch of living wood. I don't feel like I'm really following the tutorial. What does the tutorial say? Go back. Go to one of the forests now. No, I kind of am following it, so I am making the living wood now with the pure daisies like it told me to. Then I'm going to living wood, wander forest, that kind of stuff. What I can do is get that achievement while I'm doing it. Let's bookmark that page for now. Mana manipulation. How do I... Daybloom. We need light blue, yellow, and orange. Light blue. Oh, just picked up another light blue. So that'll give me 2 flowers, that'll give me 4. Let's try and go for 8. And orange, right? I think that was right. Yep, and orange, beautiful. So I'm going to need 8 seeds. I really do hope I've got enough. And hopefully when I come back as well, I will have all of that nice new living wood. Now something that's been... only 6. Something that's been added in the new version of Botania that I think is really cool is you can now make living wood bows. And living wood bows actually recharge off your mana tablet. So basically they're a bow that never runs out. That's cool. I don't tend to use a bow a lot because they're a bit painful and annoying. Well, for a bunch of reasons. They're not just because they're painful and annoying. I hate making arrows, I always forget, a bunch of stuff like that. But at least now, I might be encouraged to do it a bit better. I'm going to get used to these new textures as well now. I think it would be better if it wasn't the same texture all the way around, like if it worked like regular logs. So you'd actually know that it was a log and not planks. But I think the texture's adjusted now, so it's kind of more straight, the sort of lines on the side of it when you actually go for living wood planks. So I'm going to now cook up. I'm going to do the same thing with cobble. Got to cook cobble first, unfortunately. But there's no real rush on any of this. It's all just going to take as long as it takes. And off camera, while it's kind of doing its thing, I'm going to go and do some significant amounts of mining. Because that just seems like the best way to do it, I think. So we want 2 yellow, orange, blue, seed. And achievement get. 1, 2, 1, 2. Bam. I don't know how many you need. I know though the next step, which is really when you start to make useful things with the mod, actually requires you to have gold. So there's definitely going to be some mining involved before we get to that point. So I now have my 8 day blooms, I now have my living wood. I think, what is the next achievement for Botania? We need to upgrade a deleted mana pool to a normal one. So we've got a fair way to go before we get to that. We're going to throw our day blooms and living wood in there. I might even throw the Lexica Botania in, because it's mining time now. Mining time. And it is mining time because unless you go mining, you can't get gold, you can't get redstone, you can't get any of those kinds of things that you really need. But I hate, just wasting all the time that I'm away, so at least once I have the 16 of these down, that'll be something good. And this is probably going to be a reasonably good way to wrap up the episode. I mean, I'm not close to doing anything with witchery yet, because you need a lot of iron for that. And I really want to get done with Ender IO and get the sag mill and everything up first for that. I'm not close to anything with Ender IO yet because I haven't got enough iron. I need gold to be able to make a mana spreader to do the next step with Botania. I need a bookshelf to get started with Thorncraft, plus I need some iron for the wand. So yeah, quite a bit of ways from everything at this point. So I'm going to wrap this episode up, and then once I guess I come back for the next episode, I will have been mining. I'll have redstone. If everything has gone well, I'll have found some diamonds. I do want to try and find some spruce wood to put a spruce wood roof on this house. Although if I get desperate, got a couple of great wood trees. If I get desperate, I might be able to try out some great wood. See what great wood planks look like. I'm sure there's better uses for great wood. They're nice and dark though. It might actually be preferable to just use living wood, because obviously living wood's a renewable resource. It just takes a bit of time to make it. Yeah. Thinking I'm gonna make another 2 pure daisies, and that's gonna be the last thing I do this episode. Because with another 2 pure daisies, I can really start to mass produce. Yeah, I can really start to mass produce the living wood, and that mass produced living wood should really give me a bit of a leg up when it comes to kind of getting everything sorted and organized, and really getting myself in the position to make a nice roof for this place. Because I mean, great wood is a nice looking wood, but I just don't think it spawns enough, and I've got heaps and heaps and heaps of regular wood, so yeah, that's definitely going to do it for me. So thank you very much for watching this episode. Like I said, next episode I'll run you through my mining system, what I've found, and hopefully I'll have a nice living wood roof on this thing. So until then, thanks for watching. Astocky out.